Alright, there we go. Testing, testing, testing. 1, 2, 1, 2. Testing, testing. Awesome. All right, let's get this posted all over the place. There we go. Let's get some polls going. What's up, guys? What's up, guys? Start with the main account. Oh, man. Craziness. Absolute craziness. All right, so let's see. There's that. That's done. That's done. That's clicking. Sweet. All right. Sounds like a plan now. Let's actually start pulling some. So we got what, 110 on this account. Let's see what the Locks, Wukong, Excalibur. All right, let's kind of pull. Time to pull. I'm not sure if we're going to get anything better than... I don't know if I want to change my primary account from Wukong to anything, but we're still going to pull, so... Ran. Do, do, do. Loyalty of everything. Is that it? Is that all 11? Womp womp. All right. Sign out, go to the Hive Mind accounts. Yoink. Yoink. Alright, so these next two will unlock. We'll just do that. Alright, so what's this? Alright, nothing worth there. So we got Yon Wing. Should have 7 pulls, I think. So we should have 50 left, I think, after this. Yeah, we have 50 left. Shout out to Simon and the crew for giving everybody an extra 50 summons. A lot of Brynhilds. All right. Sign up. So we're 10 away from getting that one. +2. 10 days away from getting all of that. Alright, so 50 there. There's 70. Alright, cool. Hey, max rank. Let's go. Guess it doesn't even matter now. Well, it does matter. Give you points. What am I saying? Right. Let's do magic. Alright, let's get Musashi out of here. Summon again. Top it, Discord. Oh, there we go. Alright. Summon again. Craziness. Yes, we will keep summoning. Let's put some music on.
So you only check it twice? Huh. Nissan tests every model thousands of times.
Come on, skip this. Ah, there we go. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the stream. Back. There we go. Do. Alright. So we can get rid of Ran. Alright. That's not a bad symbol. Actually, I think it's more than that. Alright, nothing for that account. Let's go to account 2. Alright, so anything's better than a Shishi at this point. Rank 4. This will put. Just do magic there. Alright. 70 stones. Oh, we're doing closer to like 400 10 pulls a day, I think. Red health's better than a Shishi for sure. We got 30 more. Oh, I guess I kept the old one. Huh. Oh well, it is what it is. Ah, there we go. Alright, one more simple. All right, you kept the Brindle. There we go. Come on, log in. There we go. All right, 70 pulls. Just knocking down the pulls left and right. Gotta get the pull rate numbers. More. Oh, Happy New Year, Masashi. Yeah, I drank way too much last night. Way too much. Ugh. But it was fun. Spending time with family and friends, so. Yeah, that's what I was telling my wife, and I was like, you know, it's like it's sad. Hit the point in life where you have to literally like super prehydrate before, because I was like, nah. So I went to bed. I think I went to bed around like 2:30, 3 or whatever. Woke up like 30, 40 minutes later, cramps. It's like, oh yeah, nah, no bueno. I was like, yeah, I was way too dehydrated, way too much alcohol, way too old for trying to drink like I was back in my 20s. Alright, one more for this account. Space. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think everything was fine until we started drinking just a ridiculous amount of Jack and Crown and Cokes. I think it's just all that soda and everything else. It just, yeah, it was not good.
Are you pulling again, Pawn?
Hey, PO. Yeah, I'm pulling, man. I literally just started. I think I'm on like the 5th account.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, it's gonna be like
Anything good so far?
No, nothing good so far. But I forgot that Simon gave 50 pulls to like all the accounts. Yeah. So it's really like instead of like doing 200 pulls, it's gonna be like 400, I think, through all the accounts. Oh, old Smoky Moonshine. That's good stuff, man. How did your pulls go yesterday and today?
Yesterday was okay, I guess.
But your account's already done though, right? Or are you just pulling for?
I'm pulling for the other accounts.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for Wukong imprint, I guess.
Oh, sweet. 7th. Yeah, that's. Oh man, it's definitely it's been a fun time. It's like now it's just like getting a lot of these alt accounts with some legendaries and everything else, having all those ready to go for early access launch. But it's mainly it's like I'm just wanting to get the overall because I'm Twitch and YouTube, everything, it saves the recording, so I get to go back and literally just like when I'm bored, I can look at all the pull rates. So ideally, it'd be nice to sit there and get a calculator going, or just from all, because we'll have, geez, man, if we don't have, I mean, collectively throughout the whole thing, the whole pantheon, it will probably be close to 50 to 60,000 10 pulls by the time we go. By the time EA goes live, so
Mm-hmm.
being able to have like almost deterministic, pull rate numbers for is like, oh well, if you're wanting this specific legendary, it's gonna be this percentage, or hey, if you're looking for this, it's normally looking like it takes you around, this many pulls to get the specific, epic, or because I think that's what's going to be the big hurdle, right? Is finding out exactly how much people are going to have to spend.
Yep.
Just to get that initial. I mean, here's the thing: once you get the initial, right, like you're still pretty set because you can get the other copies of the ecosystem in time. So.
Yeah.
Oh, were they awful yesterday? Ugh.
Oh yeah, I have to just check if I get my imprint. I see this. Where's my Wukong? Where's my Wukong? Yes, Wukong.
Oh, you get your Wukong? Now you lock that bitch in.
Okay,
Yeah,
Isis, Wukong, Excalibur. Perfect.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I'm all in on the joint attack train, man. Like I don't think there's anything in this game that's even close. There's nothing close right now, unless they do a massive revamp of all the gods and all their abilities and everything else. In the next week.
Yeah.
It's yeah.
I don't know if I've even seen Vivian, so.
Oh yeah. The whole Panther, like it's gonna be a lot. Like it's gonna be a lot of 10 pulls. So I mean that's
Yeah. Yeah, I only have Shamash, Anu, another Isis, Dracula, Hercules, Raijin, Anu. On my accounts I pull for fun, I guess.
It's just gonna be nice to have them kind of like put, just kind of like just chilling in the back, waiting to be used, or you seen 3? Yeah, that's so far that's been I think the hardest one to pull from what I've seen, and I don't know if that's just I mean I don't know, we'll know more as we keep pulling, but yeah, I think I've only pulled I've pulled 1 or 2 Vivian, and I ended up keeping both of them, but it is nothing. I mean, there's definitely like Ares is another one that I've not gotten like at all. So hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the stream. What's up, Fireball? Oh no, I find it really hard that I mean the problem is like we know all of the joint attack, all the ones that currently do joint attack, right? They haven't been changed, so they're still exactly. Hey, a pay rune. Let's go. We'll put a pay rune, so we'll update that. So we know basically that all of the. We know that most of all of the we know what Wukong does. We know, Shishi has his joint attacks. Shamas has his joint attacks. We know Vivian has her ult joint attacks. It's like there's a lot of ones that are just really, really, really solid. That are already pretty much locked in without even knowing what like Vivian's basic does. So if there's any more outside of that, like good luck. Like. I mean, put it this way, Dots would have to get a significant rework to how much damage they do to be able to compete with the overall joint attacks and the old team attacks, because once you start getting, I mean, we did every potential comp that you could do for the most part in the alpha contest to win it, and yeah, alpha 2 and everything else, it was absolutely broken. Yeah, true. We definitely could be getting some confirmation bias. Because I think there's, correct me if I'm wrong, PO, there's what, 30, 37? 31? 31. I think it's 31. 31 RGB legendaries that we can pull in this mini game. And in, yeah, I think there's only 31. So,
Yeah,
that is, I think that was +8 at a round. So, Athena, let's go. So I played Raid for like the first month or so, and then just went back. I went back to raiding WoW, but I don't know. It was a Raid was a hit and miss for me whenever it first released. All right, so that is an Athena on number 9. Put that in. Yoink, yoink. Oh man, my buddy Swifty just went live. Speaking of World of Warcraft.
You're also Swifty, the OG.
Yeah, he was actually in Swifty was in my Terrace Land he was in the Terrace Land guild that I ran with a couple buddies. Yeah. He's a good guy. Way to carry him through everything. But
yeah, I've been watching him since I was a kid, I guess. When he had his streamer setup and stuff in his home.
I don't think Raid had this many Void legendaries at all. But I mean, I could be wrong. Like I said, it's been what, 6+ years or whatever since Raid came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot, and I mean a lot of Eternal Legendaries. So that definitely changes some things, you know. I keep forgetting I'm streaming to YouTube too, so I'm probably over here just absolutely. I forgot to switch it off to chat to like the multi stream chat. So it's like if people have been talking in YouTube, I have missed all of it. Nah, this is not completely normal for launch. I mean, I've played a ridiculous number of I've pretty much played every gacha game that's come, well, at least the main ones, and then a bunch of like weird offshoot Eastern ones from various other companies. And hey, an Anubis, let's go. So here's the question: do we keep a Raijin or do we keep a? I think we're gonna take Anubis. I think I'd rather have an Anubis on that account than a Raijin, to be honest. Anubis. Alright. I wanna take you somewhere, you know I care, but it's so cold and I don't know where. I brought you daffodils and what'd you do for New Year's Eve there, Pia? Just hung out in games?
I played Ashes of Creation.
Oh man. Well, what was Fusion and everybody doing? Same thing?
Oh, kind of. He went to watch the fireworks with his wife when it happened, and then he came back.
Oh, okay. All right, you gonna let me log in? It'd be great if you let me log in. Come on. All right, there we go. Grendel.
Oh, you got a Grendel.
Yeah. Yeah, he's been The poor Grendel has been on the, well, that's good. That'll max that out. Yeah, the poor Grendel's been on there since like the second or third day that little version of the extra account was created.
Hmm. What the fuck? Let me log in. Nope.
Yeah, that seems to be a little hiccup.
Everyone is logging their alts.
And I wouldn't put it past them.
Let me in. Okay, there we go.
Hey, there's a Payrin. Payrin over a Grendel.
Oh, there's 100% on 16 hours. Very good.
Both are solid. I don't think you could go wrong with choosing either of these, to be honest. Let me look at the rest of it. So we have a Grendel on 21. We have a Payrin. Payrin's on 8. Yeah, I mean, I think so too. Like, you know, he's a really solid 8-hit unit on his ult. Like,
hard to know everything. He looks better though.
ha.
That's all that matters.
Yeah. Yeah, let's choose the new one. Let's choose Payrin. So it was 12. Yeah. I'm a huge fan of multi-hit ultimates. There we go. Yeah, definitely a fan of multi-hit. Yoink. Hey, what's up? Appreciate the follow. Alright, let's see. Let's see if we can get rid of this Anu. We took. Oh, hey, look at that. Speaking of the, Jesus Christ, the rates are nuts today.
What the fuck?
Definitely taking
Ares?
Ares. Yeah, I'll take an Ares all day.
What do you got against Anus?
No, I have nothing against the Anus, Pio, but definitely, I don't know. I am going to hype train Ares. I think he's going to be super solid. Yeah, if they do my boy Ares wrong, then I'm just gonna be a sad panda, man. Oh, a Sevrog. Sadly, I don't think Srog. Again, we are all in on. I like extra Ares accounts. So. Right,
Yeah, I didn't get any legendaries on my. But I only have like 5 or 4.
We pulled a shit ton so far.
Yeah.
Quite a hot topic surrounding the way banners are going to work. I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts on targeted versus random banners. So, I like how Watchers of Realms kind of does it sometimes. You know, they have the targeted with the like up to 20 times pull rate. But my issue with the way they're doing the Godforge is, right. So now that we have the ecosystem, we really only need one copy, right? And then once you I mean, of course, extra copies for the Awakenings are great, but ideally, once you get your first copy, the rest are it's you know, as long as you keep playing the game, you will get, you know, dupes for, you know, you will get what the legendary echoes, or you can spend 500 points or whatever to sit there and summon awakening. So I think I like targeted, but I feel like you lose the benefit of what a targeted summon could do. I mean, I don't know. I mean, let's be honest. They're probably gonna have they're still probably gonna have both, but it is. Oh, I don't want to log in yet. 15. Yoink. I don't know. What do you think, Pio? Like, 'cause it's definitely one of those to where if we
I
did,
agree with you on the Watcher of Ram stuff.
mm-hmm.
They have much more though, because like fusions in Watcher of Realms, it's easy to get.
Mm-hmm.
While in Raid, if you miss a single event, basically you don't get it.
Yeah. What's up, Tackling? Welcome to the stream, bud. Yeah, I could see a targeted a targeted banner for the initial copy. When it's like, say, because I'm assuming that the hero releases and everything, or the god releases, are going to be tied to the different seasons that are linked to the towers, right? So that makes the most logical sense. So it'd be nice to sit there and have, maybe you could target a specific god out of that banner. Hey, and it's a Nagi. Let's go. Man, it's the pulls are.
You're getting so many. What the fuck?
Yeah, I know, right? Insanely more than what we've been getting in the last couple of days. So that was 15. All right, so it is Nagi on 15. Let's go to 16 now. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so the tower banners are going to be strictly off of just order or chaos ether stones, right? And that's going to be the only way you can pull from that banner is with that currency. At least, I mean, that's what they've said so far. So, but yeah, I don't know. Like, I think if they did go the targeted route, I wish they would have it. It's like you could make it towards like a wish list, right? And then you like set maybe 1 or 2 characters up as your wish list, and you have increased pull rates until you pull the first initial copy, and then that's it, right? Then you don't have any, it's not quote finger quotes targeted anymore. But I don't know, it's gonna be interesting to see how they set that up, because like I said, when we have the ecosystem that is giving us free copies, I don't know. It's interesting. I'm not sure if any of the recent. We've had pities and gachas, but I don't know if we've had something along akin or something along the lines of the actual awakening or the ecosystem, to where we're just getting points and then we can literally just chunk them into anything. I mean, I guess if you consider games that give you like universal shards, maybe. But even then, a lot of those games, right? It's you get a universal shard, you right click it, and then it just gives you a random, 5 or 6 star of the same, that it could potentially summon, but not the actual like you just get a straight up, legendary ticket. So.
I mean, 7 Nights Rebirth did a great thing. There was a lot of events where you can choose who to get. And they were easy to get.
Yeah, I can tell you right now that it is not. It is going to be very, 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 very raid adjacent. It's not close. Like, if anyone's thinking that it's not going to be raid, like when Simon went and posted the ancestral or the pull rates, right, for the founder stones. I really said that, like they said, it was going to be the same pull rates as the ancestral ether stones, which are the blue ones. Like when that was the same rates as Raid's blue ones, there's no way in the world that the others aren't going to follow the exact same suit as raid. So it's like, I'm sure with like what's I mean ours is called flawless, right? So it's like what they sacred shards or whatever in raid or whatever, where it's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
95.5 or 94.6 or something. I'd be very shocked if that's not the pull rates for our highest shards.
It's 91.5, 6, and then the rest
Yeah,
is epic, right?
yeah, I think they're going to be sadly mistaken, and so that's another thing. Like I think that'll, you have to be really careful when you as a company when you start talking about monetization, because that's one of the quickest ways you can lose the hype, for a lot of people. Because realistically, like I mean, we have a decent amount of number of people that are playing the mini game, that played the alpha and everything else, super excited for early access. But how many of those guys are going to continue to play if they come back and like pull rates are the exact same as raid? All the only way they can. Here's what I think is going to happen. So I think there's just straight up monetization or the economy system in general. The base system is going to be structured about as close as raid as you can possibly be. But where they're going to be different from raid is how many of those resources and summoning materials you get in the actual game itself. I think that's where they're going to be different from raid. Where raid kind of starves you, and it's like, oh yeah, I might get a handful a day, or so many a week, and I can potentially, it's like where you're only getting like what's I mean, you play raid, PO, like what's it about one legendary a month or something? Like what's the
Well,
normal
depends. If you do the fusions, that always comes once a month. That's a guaranteed once a month fusion. But like in December now, we got a fusion and other events. So we got what, 2, I guess, if you saved up 3. So it depends on if there's events or not. Otherwise, there's just the fusion one once a month.
Yeah, I see exactly what you're saying. Like I completely agree with you, Masashi. Like this, we're basically just playing a new a new raid where you have a chance to basically start from the beginning, and and like I said, it's going to be interesting. I just don't know how people are going to. I don't know. I think the alpha was, like I said, it was great. I loved it, but I mean, not for everybody, but there is a contingent of the player base that feel that we're still going to be able to just sit there and grind legendaries freely overnight, and it's like that's not the way the game. Yeah, it's not the way the game's going to be, dude. It's a business. Yeah, so like I said, but again, like just like like PO was saying, I'm pretty sure that's it's just probably just going to follow. If that's just the fusion legendary every month that you're getting one. I mean, I guess you're still getting one, but
yeah, and they're usually pretty good. So I hope
well,
they have fusions in the Godforge.
Well, I'm sure they will. I mean, let's be honest. Like, dude,
that's something
when you have an entire team of people that come strictly from one game, and everything so far has been loosely based on raid, like the behavior pattern has already been set, right? It's like they're not going to unless they just magically create a brand new system out of nowhere in the next couple of weeks. I doubt that it's not going to be based off raid. I mean it's fine. I mean some people are going to hate it and they won't come play, but it is what it is. I mean to each their own, right? I mean even if it was just even if this ended up being raid 2.0. It's like I would still feel more comfortable giving Fateless and Simon and Dan and Sham and Paul and all those guys. I would rather give them money than Polaria money any day of the week. So at least I know these guys care at least a little bit. So oh yeah. So I had our numbers even lower than that. I was saying, you know what? I'm expecting us to have after the first month or so. I'm expecting us to be sitting around the solid 20K mark, and and that'll be the hardcore cult following for Fateless. And Grendel, okay. And yeah, I just don't, because I mean the thing is like we're not getting any like real competitive game features or game modes for a while. Like from what they've shown, what the MVP is basically going to be, like we have just basic asynchronous PvP, which can be manipulated heavily, since it's just you and the AI, and that's it. Like that's the only like player versus player aspect. The rest is, we'll have our Pantheon stuff, but a lot of that's just going to be in-house dick measuring for the most part of who deals them, who's dealing the most damage to the boss. I mean, I guess we can flaunt it out on on Discord and everything, but I mean,
Yeah, that's something I miss in Raid. Like, who does the most damage on clan boss gets like additional rewards or internal rewards within the guild.
Yeah,
and that's because at the moment, like in Raid, it's like stale. Like, clan boss hasn't evolved or anything for so many years. Doesn't require you to improve it or anything. I do it because it's fun to see higher numbers.
Yeah.
But it's no like incentive to do it. So
see, I see Godforge taking the same route as King Arthur did, right? Because they've had similar growth. They had a really decent beta. Problem is they had no roadmap. At least Fateless has a roadmap. And so I think after that first month, right? Say they release February, March. Let's just say February, right? Well, the good thing is King Arthur terms in March. So if Godforge is even slightly, I mean, if it's just in a decent spot, right? And people aren't starting too far behind, which I am curious to see how that's going to be with everyone starting after the minigame event. We've had to kind of already touched on that conversation, right? But I'm really curious to see after the first month what the numbers are, and what happens, whenever the King Arthur crowd starts looking for. I mean, I'm sure we'll gather some, some market share or some percentage of that player base, right? Because it's mythology based, blah blah blah. So it's like it's going to resonate with a lot of those players. But I don't know. I just don't see. I mean, my biggest thing is like so it's January. If we're releasing next month, or let's just say we're releasing in 2 months, like you just look at the Discord. Like we have not seen any explosive growth in the like I don't think the minigame brought that many new players into the Discord. And I mean, even with like Pantheon recruitments and everything else, like just small things in the Discord, like it's not, you're not seeing a massive increase in activity. So yeah, it's definitely the same people. And it's very, like I said, it's very much that cult following from all the different pantheons, and it's. I mean, we'll see what happens. I think like I said, I'm still of the opinion that I understand why they they structured, everything the way they did. I just, man, I don't know. I don't know if I would have let go of all that hype and everything else from the alpha, and then not have. I mean, then it was September, so potentially almost half a year before players get to touch the game again, and that is a long time for people to not be playing something and just go get invested in something else. But time will tell, man. Time will definitely. All right, so this should finish. Time will definitely tell how it plays out, and if it was a smart play or not. Oh, 1000%. I mean, like, look at it this way, right? So they pulled they pulled masteries. They pulled a bunch of stuff that was supposed to be in the game, like a lot. And like when Simon did the interview on the when he who was he on? Was he on? I think he was on Sage's video, or he was on somebody's. Simon. It was either when Sage interviewed him, or he was on the official podcast when he was talking about what an MVP is and what what we could expect and everything else of the MVP. It was very clear that like deep down I don't think he wanted to really I don't think he was wanted to release the game missing a lot of the parts that they said were going to initially be in it. And so I mean, my thing is I mean, I'm biased, right? Like I said, they can release it bare bones, and I'm still gonna support them. And okay, so this is a Wukong. We have a decent Athena, not bad. But yeah, I mean, it's I think they should have. I don't know, it feels like the game needs like another 6 months, man. Like another 6 months, maybe. Like release it. Like I'd be releasing the game like December of this year, or maybe January 2020. I mean, you can't say January 2027 because that's people just go, "Oh my god, this is horrible." So it's like I'd try to do like I don't know. Maybe November, December. I don't know. It's like there's just a lot of features that basically all of the stuff that's going to be roadmapped is just stuff that was supposed to be in the initial launch of the early access. It just isn't in the early access, right? But I don't know. Like I said, I'm all in. Yeah, it was. Well, I mean, that also came with like they, from my knowledge, they completely scrapped the entire first iteration of the game, if I remember right, from watching all the early podcasts. And it's like, so they scrapped the game initially because it was like almost a completely different game, and then they went from like a grid based to whatever to what we see here. So it's like when you go and develop all of that and then have to turn around and like basically rebuild an entire game. I mean, I'm sure they must have lost 6 months to a year of development time. And just imagine if they would have had that extra 6 months to a year, if they, I mean, you don't know it's not going to work until you actually put it out there and try it and internally test it and all that other stuff like that. So if they would have like built it from this and had that extra time, I think we would be looking at a completely different potential launch coming in early access. But I don't know. Like I said, I'm biased. I'm gonna play the absolute shit out of the game. Hell, I'm over here grinding I'm grinding a damn mini game. When my main account's already done, just so I can sit there and help other people. So I mean, it's like, see what happens.
I think most of us are doing it, but on like a smaller scale at least, compared to you.
Yeah, I agree. I think the tile system could have been fun, man. It definitely would have been different. The problem is like when you don't innovate and you just kind of do the exact same thing. I mean, even though yes, we understand the game is different, it's hard to fight the, oh my god, it's just the casual player or the casual hater, right? It's just gonna be like, oh, it's Temu raid, it's raid, whatever, raid light, blah blah blah, whatever wannabe, hater comment they want to throw out there, even though it may even be valid, it's hard to fight back. Hey, there we go, Vivian with 120. I'm probably not even gonna roll on this to even roll on it. I don't even see the point.
Yeah.
All I gotta do here is see where we at with. Nope. Alright, so an Excalibur. I would like. Okay. Problem is weapons. If there'd have been a decent imprint, I probably would have just.
If it was Wukong imprint.
Yeah. Oh well, I mean Wukong or Tian Long or Morgan or like either. There's so many good ones, man. But it's like if it would have popped a decent imprint, I probably just would have bought the premium perks for this account. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Fucked up. Okay. Rasheen. Yeah, I'm really interested to see what they're doing. I know Simon said maybe the next week or hey, a Dracula. So where are we at? So we have a Dracula versus a Raja, and I'm gonna take a Dracula. Oh, hold on. Let me keep summoning. You never know, we might get something different. That's a lot of Lubus. Alrighty. So change that in system. 30. 30 was a Dracula. Okay. What's up, guys? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for hanging out with us. Hope everybody's New Year's going great. You guys are off to a great start, pulling all the legendaries and all your accounts that you want to have. Oh, 1000%. It's very clear that a lot of the kits weren't even, the kits weren't done. I mean, that's the the kind of gist that I get. But as long as they get them done, like let's just put it the way, the fact that we don't have, like, there was zero reason not to. Oh, Grendel. All right, so we could put a Grendel back on one of the accounts. Sweet. But yeah, the fact that Simon was saying that kits aren't done and kits are being revamped and rebalanced and everything. Which, don't get me wrong, after you go through your alpha phase and they skip the beta phase, which they basically changed the vernacular from beta to tech test, right? So after that you normally have a staging build and then a polish and which is basically all the same. It's all the same thing. It just ends up being the fancy way of saying they're polishing everything. But if you're still designing kits during that time, or kits aren't ready and kits aren't done, I mean, you still have time, but like there's normally a lot of things that happen in like a balance phase or whatever else. Because the same thing, like when I was creating my TCG, you go through the same process. It doesn't matter when it is, working for all these different, other like gaming companies. Like there's always that period of about a couple of weeks to a month, right? That things may not be done. They're being completely reworked for balance issues, or maybe they like look like. I think the one thing that I'm worried the most about, right, is like, so if you look at the roster that's been given, because I mean we know the factions of like Chaos and Order, like if that's not addressed, they're gonna have a huge problem with this game. Like, and I don't think a lot of people are talking about it too much, but when you start comparing Order units versus Chaos units, like it really is not close. And there's a definite bias to Order, so I'm hoping that gets addressed. But I don't know. Like I think we still have a little bit of time, but the longer it goes before all these kits are revealed, and the kits are done, and everything, definitely throws up some red flags. So Izanagi. I haven't heard this little song in forever. Fuck, the kids used to play it all the time. Yeah. But again, like I said, I'm biased, man. So it's even if it ends up being an absolute dumpster fire, I'm still gonna play it until they they fix it and get it right. What I don't want to have, and I'm hoping it doesn't end up being this way, is to where we're just playing, what just an extended open beta. You know what I mean? Like that's what I hope, but we just don't end up having. And I have faith that I'm having faith that the EA will be a solid product. It's going to be a solid product. But again, I'm 1,000% sure. It's like they've yet to put a build out alpha wise or whatever that isn't kind of filled with bugs and everything. So as long as it's not monetary bugs and everything, I think they'll be fine. But I mean, you can only ride the excuse of, oh well, it's early access, that only works for so long for people before they just move on. Hey, another areas, let's go. We were just killing it today with the legendaries, man. Jesus.
Yeah, you're getting so many.
Oh, with a Vivian. I see her. I really like this, but I mean, but the fact that this is her passive, and passives are normally either a portion of or 50% of the actual, of the actual, the actual passive. So I mean, it's like if this ends up being like 20%, and then like, dude, that's nothing to sneeze at either, to be honest. So like, you put a Vivian on top of a. Put a Vivian on top of a Wukong, an A1 Wukong. Shit, that is a lot of damage super early. Like a lot of damage super early.
I mean, that imprint on Hercules is pretty cool.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
With the Namsaru tech.
Oh yeah, dude. Hey, people are writing off Nansaru, man. Like, it is what it is. Let's just talk about the damage. The damage is what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the divinity meter, like potentially being able to ult on turn 1 with some of these like higher end divinity cost gods, especially in PvP, is going to do. It's going to be massive. Like I said, what are you going to do when an Odin, like, it's you're in arena and you go first, and then all of a sudden it's like, all right, well, I maxed out my Odin then ults. You have no divinity, so I coin flip every single one of your units, and then you just instantly die, and you even get to take a turn. Like, if that stays the same, that is very doable with a rank 1 Namsaru. It's nothing else that's been released has a chance to be that impactful that early. So, 1,000%. Vivian is by far, in my opinion, one of, if not the best unit right now in the game, and I don't think it's close. For support, she does way too much. And if it comes back that her basic has any form of sustain or heal, then like there's no better character in the game. Not for the long term of being valuable to an account. Like, you get you're getting all the buffs that you want for PvE and PvP. She's also has an offensive ult that joint attacks and everything else, and not only that, but like every single everybody else is doing increased. Jesus Christ, can I have this on like day 1? Good lord.
What the fuck? 6 epics.
I'm gonna be honest. I'd probably take this pool over even a legendary, man.
Yeah, imagine saving a 10 pool.
Oh, dude. Like, I don't know. This would be a fucking candidate for sure. Yeah, I agree too. So, like, I'd be very shocked if we don't see a massive revamp of a lot of heroes in the next couple of weeks. So, Good old Wukong. Alright, do we have anything here? Anubis, White HE. Nothing yet. Hey, baby. Oh, there's Sam. What's good? Thanks, babe.
Just waiting on sides.
What's that?
Just waiting on sides to be done.
Oh, okay. Nah, I'm almost finished. I'll be done here in a couple of accounts. A Grindle. That's great, but I'm not picking Grindle. I'm not Grindle. You don't make the cut, buddy. I've been seeing a lot of people on the main Discord like discredit Heimdall a lot. I'm just
Really?
like, yeah. I don't know. Like I think they just, it's either they didn't play, like maybe they didn't play the alpha. That's the only thing I can think of, because like
Maybe they didn't get him.
I mean that's true, but
Because I didn't have him in that for 3.
dude, all I know is team wide retaliate is, yeah.
Oh wait,
Like-
actually I got him late in that for 3.
Uh-huh.
I never got Zeus or Quetz or Aphrodite.
Yeah, man. Massive shield plus team wide retaliate. Like, good luck, man. Like, that's another decent little
Four of them.
decent one, yeah. 4 with an Izzle, extra starter. Yeah, not bad. Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. 1000%. Yeah, like so there's just way too much advantage, man. Like it. I think that's just the one thing people forget about. Hey, a pay room. Put him a lot today. So now here's all right. How many other Lokis do we have? We got a Loki on 20. It's the Loki on 38. Alright, hear me out. I'm gonna go pay room. All I know is I learned from a long time ago that there's certain things in games that just shouldn't be done, right? It's like in TCGs, you shouldn't have things cost nothing or 0. And then when you start getting into gacha games or turn-based systems and like that, anything that can hit something 8 times, something down the road is going to be released that is going to absolutely break a character that can sit there and do that. I mean, even some of the weapons, man, even some of the weapons that have already been released, like some of their abilities could be just nutty with somebody hitting, 7 or 8 times. All right, 70 for Rand. Oh man, this smells good over there. We got that traditional New Year's dinner of like ham, cabbage, black-eyed peas, all the nice little whatever superstitious or a little superstition based dinner. I don't know. It'll be interesting. They were, I mean, like I said, all I know is like it was ally attack, joint attack, and everything else, man. Like I said, they would have to literally butcher it and nerf it into the ground for it to still not be as strong as it was in the alpha. Been a pretty good pool session today. Definitely think we've seen. I have to go back and look, but I'm pretty sure we've seen. And oops, the ad symbol would be great there. Oh man, that smells really good. I think we all wanted to do news. Home stretch now, home stretch. What do you want to talk about this week on the podcast there, Pia? Do you have anything specific you want to talk about?
Maybe... No, I don't know.
I love it, man. He's like, maybe... Nah, I'm drawing a blank.
I'm just curious about if they're gonna have like a fusion system.
Oh, I mean, I think...
That's...
I want to say Simon said something about it. Like I said, I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure we're gonna have something along those lines, man. I said.
Hopefully, that is more lean toward Watch of Realms than Raid.
Oh yeah.
But that's probably.
They confirm fusions. All right, yeah. So there you go. Yeah, because I think they'll have, like I said, yeah, they'll have fusions. They'll have the tower, so they'll introduce units through there. They'll introduce units through a fusion, and so, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm glad that the tower is a separate summoning currency. Otherwise, dude, I couldn't imagine having to use your regular currency for like both banners and tower specific banners. Like that would make me just go crazy. That would be a little that would have been very predatory in my opinion, but ultimately I think there's going to be plenty of ways to get units. So had a little freeze there. Yeah, I agree with you there too, Musashi. Like, I think that it's... The only thing I can think of is, like, the finger quotes more generous than raid is, it just boils down to we're able to get just so much more XYZ summoning materials across the board than what you normally would in Raid. So, yeah, Pazuzu.
But zoo.
I want to see that like really try hard PvP whale that just goes and like chooses Pazuzu as his legendary and like a Pazuzu imprint, and then just immediately blows up his Pazuzu legendary to get the extra imprint because he doesn't want to run Pazuzu in his arena team.
To be honest,
I mean, yeah,
you could
I
pick
mean,
Pazuzu and Pazuzu's imprint,
that's
and you
what I'm
have two of
saying.
them.
That's what I'm saying. Like, could you imagine? Like,
Yeah.
that would be. I mean,
And
that'd
just,
be out of the
pay
box
to win
thinking, but
pool. Yeah.
yeah. Because I mean, I'm almost positive there's there'll be. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there'll be plenty of things that they'll have like for Krakens and Wells to sit there and buy. That is like, hey, you have your 6-star level 60 on day one. Here you go. You have to spend $44 bajillion to do it, But some Kraken will sit there and do it. They'll buy all the packs and. That's what, as soon as they unlock, as soon as they unlock Arena, I'm pretty sure that's what we'll see at the top. Yeah. Oh, definitely. Like, I agree. Like, if they go from like 1 to 2 from Raid to 3 to 4, or hell, even just 3. Like, I mean, 3 a month. I mean, that's a considerable number of legendaries compared to Raid. Plus, if you get in, early, it's not like Raid where you have hundreds and hundreds of characters to choose from. It's like we're still, I think we're just over 200. So 46. Hey, old Quetzy Quets. I have still yet to pull an ISIS.
Really?
Yeah.
Two.
I have not pulled an ISIS yet. Yeah, I think that's when we'll see exactly what their monetization system is going to look like, because it's going to depend on the founder packs, which could also be. Jesus Christ, we pulled a shit ton. No, we're keeping Quets, my guy. Payrune's nice, but he's no Quets. Especially since we don't have another account with Quets. But, yeah, I think, like I said, the fact that they didn't release it at Christmas, definitely brings up, a potential conversation of, it's like, all right, well, are you, ideally when people are trying to, they're in the spending money phase, right? I just, the only other thing I can be thinking of is they're waiting for, especially for the people here in the U.S., they're waiting for like income tax. It's like, I'm just kind of curious, because it's like if you're holding back, basically they're revealing their hand of how their monetization system is, how it's based on, and maybe they're trying to sit there and not scare people off, or there's no clue. Oh, I agree. They have to do it before. They'll have to do it before early access for sure. But I don't know. I mean, I could see it in a couple of weeks, or maybe the end of January, or like if they're trying to keep a February, whatever. Or realistically, it could be, hey, January 31st rolls around, hey, you got to lock in your mini game now and improve it even more with, founders packs, blah, 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 blah. That could also be a thing too, right? But like I said, it's going to have to be, I don't know. I just foresee, I don't know, people regretting not taking the casual players not taking the mini games as seriously as they probably should have.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, a Quetz. Let's go. I'll take a Quetz over a Drac. I think the longer they can push the game back, or they can feasibly or realistically push the game back, it's just always going to be a Russian. It's always going to be better for the game. Oh, hey, babe. Oh, no, I'm about to get off.
Raging.
Raging. Yeah, the longer they can push it back, the better it is for the game, man. But again, we don't know the internal circumstances or whatever else, because I mean, like the project's been going for a while, and you're saying they had a team of 50 people with a $14 million investment budget. Like, if they've been going for three plus years or however long they've been going for, like, man, that, I mean, I'm sure they have money, but it's definitely one of those, like, they could be just getting to a point where it's like, hey, we need to start making money, or we need to start seeing some amount of investment being, some ROI. Yeah, that's a good one. Let's see, Hive Mind episode this week, stories from Alpha and looking forward to early access launch. Yeah. So we can probably talk about what we've seen so far and some red flags and thoughts and concerns and what we're excited for. I think the biggest thing for me is, right, we've closed out these last couple accounts is, man, if they don't get the first, like I said previously, right, so we've played a proof of concept game loop, right, with the caverns and everything else, but we've not yet played the actual game of Godforge. So if they don't nail the first time user experience for the early access or MVP build, game's dead in the water. So I'm hoping they can drill that down and get it to be as enjoyable as the caverns were. And I think I enjoyed Wave 3 Alpha, Alpha Wave 3 progression gating more than the other two for sure. I mean, and granted, both the first two were completely dominated by bugs, but I think the difficulty of the progression gating in Wave 3, people getting stuck at 60, then 120, and then 142, and everything else being a little bit of a headache. Like, yeah. What's that, dude? Oh shit! Yeah, fuck, all the food just got here, guys. Oh, they definitely have to get. Oh, an Izanami. Do we not? No, okay. See, that's cool, but I'm not giving up an Izanami for a Heimdall. Like, that's great, but yeah. But that's the thing though. It's like Raid's also what 6+ years in, so it's like they have to, like, so it's it's definitely something to think about, because I mean, most Godforge players, I mean, the best Godforge player can hope to start with is whatever we're getting out of this mini game, plus, or at least it's a free to play, plus whatever whatever we get initially, which, I mean, as of right now, I mean, we can check, but I don't think we've hit the pre-reg reward for even the 5. I don't think we even hit the 5 stones, which, I mean, it's definitely one of those, like, that's a little, they could have done better than what they're offering, I feel, right? Like, it's,
yep.
Like, you get, if we get 100, I mean, again, all those numbers can be fluffed, right? And then you can just be like, oh, congrats, we got 100,000 play, I'm not saying that they would do that, but some do. So it's like, look, if we go and look at Godforge, let's scroll down to the, like, so as of right now, 12 graders, like 250 energy, 100 rubies, like, this just ends up being like, 2 account levels of energy. 200,000 gold is next to nothing. 100 rubies, like, this, even if like this would have been 1,000, to be honest. And you get 12 grader, which, I mean, if it's 12 of each grader, okay, I could see that, right? But 5 ether stones, if all we're gonna get is just like 5 blue at 100,000, that just doesn't seem right. And I don't see them giving 5 flawless stones. So, like, this seems off for a pre-register event compared to what they've been giving and everything. So, but yeah, I don't even think this has been updated. Like this, it's looked like this for since Alpha 3. So. What's the thing? Like this has been stuck. This has been stuck here before the mini game launched, right? So it'd be kind of nice to know exactly what those numbers, actually look like. So, but yeah, we had a pretty good. Let's see, what did we get, man? So we got a Payroon and Athena. We got an Anubis, another Payroon. We got an Ares and Izanagi. We got a Grendel. We got another Payroon. We got a Quetz. Got a Track. And then we got a bunch of others we just didn't. We didn't sit there and switch out. So yeah, we definitely cleaned up today as far as all of the summonings go. Still no extra Vivian. So we still only have 2 Vivians. The one on one of my other accounts, and then one on 29. So we have really only 1 extra Vivian. We picked up a couple of extra Areses. We still have extra Wukongs. We have 2 extra Heimdalls. So all in all, not bad, but could always be better. Oh, 1,000%. Yeah. The fact that they still haven't broken 100. Just goes my. The fact that the YouTube still hasn't broken 100,000 subscribers, and it's been months now. Like, I don't know. Like, where's the? Like I said, the hype's definitely died down. So the problem is we don't really have any we really don't, like, it's no offense to any of the content creators we have, but like outside of like Ash and like Simon, I mean, we don't have like a quintessential like large we don't have a large content creator that's about advertising or hyping up Godforge at all. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 2 years of a fan base. And let me turn this down. Yoink. I'll just pause it. But yeah, it's been, like I said, it has literally been a couple of years to where there's been little to no engagement for the most part. Like I said, we said earlier, right? Other in stream, we have a lot of hardcore, cult following that is, all in. All in no matter what. Well, this looks good as hell. Look at this shit. Oh, got that traditional New Year's dinner I'm about to sit there and chow down on. But yeah, man, it's definitely I'd be interested to see how it pans out. Like I said, we're here for the long haul. So I have a lot of faith in the team, but they're not super constructive into being. There's a lot of red flags, man. So as long as they address the red flags or have plans to address the red flags, and they continue to be transparent with the community like they have been, I don't think we're gonna have a problem. But I think once everything change, like everything's going to change once they release the monetization and economic system of the game. If they can be truly open and transparent about their economic system and monetization as a whole, then I think they can basically continue to stay the good guys and not have people lose faith overall. But it's like if they that's the hard part, man. That's the hard part about being transparent. Oh, 1,000%. Like even if you look at the look at the Discord, like we're having that conversation internally over in the Hive Mind. It's like, what, it's not to say that everyone's gaslighting or you know, doing this like this, shilling, but it's like, when's the last time you've really seen content to where it was like, just open criticisms or like constructive criticisms, like, hey, look, this isn't hidden like it's supposed to be hidden, and like that content is few and far between. And I'm not saying it's like, no, you want to create like this negative feedback loop, but or this negative feedback spiral, but at the same time, it's like, dude, everything is not everything isn't roses and sunshine and little babies with cute laughs and shit. Like it's yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, I think that's the issue is like, what do they have to talk about? Like, no offense, it's like, I mean, I enjoyed the podcast that they recently had with Adam and Brad and all them with Aaron. I love lore, but at the same time, it's like the mass majority of the players that are going to play your game are just going to hit they're just going to hit this. They're going to watch it once. They're going to watch your cinematics once, and they're going to skip the whatchamacallit. So unless they tie all the lore into an actual game mode or something, like the mass majority of players aren't going to give two shits about the backstory or whatever else. Which, I mean, which just sucks because the amount of work that goes into stuff like that is massive. And the game is, I'm sure the cinematics so far have looked really, really, really good, and I'm sure that the cinematics that we'll get, in the beginning or just for the story and like it's gonna, I think it's gonna be worth watching. But again, the casual player more often than not doesn't care about it. They just want to play the game, and so um, yeah, I don't know. And outside of that, it's like yeah, some of the podcast episodes have been very it's been hit or miss, and so it's I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I agree. Yep, that's true. Well, I am gonna like go crush this food before it gets cold. Appreciate you guys hopping in. Like I said, missed yesterday because I was out, fam and friends, hanging out, drinking, everything else. But we'll get back to pulling every day, and yeah, we'll see if we can't get a legendary on all of these accounts. We're doing pretty good now. We're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we are currently 60% of exactly 60% of extra our extra like little community or whatever uh accounts. We're 60% of them having all have at least a legendary assigned to them. So see if we can't get to, I'm sure we will, but it'll take some time. We'll see if we can't get to 100% of all the extra accounts have at least something that people can log in and use. Because I mean, I feel like there's definitely going to be a bunch of people from seeing the daily activity and everything of the Discord. Like they're going to be coming around, you know, January or February, be like, oh man, it's awesome. Early access is in a week. And it's like, well, sorry, you missed out on the mini game. Don't know what to tell you. So, but you guys are awesome. Appreciate you tuning in. I'll be back tomorrow, and yeah, enjoy your New Year's. Hope you guys have a great New Year's, and